while we don't know the final tally of seats right now, it looks as if it is beyond any doubt that there will be a pro-independence majority in that Scottish Parliament. And by any normal standard of democracy, that majority should have the commitments it made to the people of Scotland honoured. So for any Westminster politician who tries to stand in the way of that, I would say two things. Firstly, you're not picking a fight with the SNP, you're picking a fight with the democratic wishes of the Scottish people. And secondly, you will not succeed. The only people who can decide the future of Scotland are the Scottish people, and no Westminster politician can or should stand in the way of that. The timing of an independence referendum now should be a matter for the Scottish Parliament. It should be for the judgment of the Parliament to consider the position with COVID and when the Parliament considers that the time is right to have that referendum. That is not a decision for Boris Johnson or for any Westminster politician. Of course, my immediate job is to get on with steering us through that crisis, but then it is for the people of Scotland to decide their own future, and that is not a demand from me or the SNP. That is what the people of Scotland have voted for. You know, in normal democratic debate, parties that promise something in an election and get elected are meant to deliver on those commitments. It's an absurdity that in Scotland we seem to have other parties determined to block the party or parties that have won the mandate for something from delivering that. But the people of Scotland, of course, are sovereign. The people of Scotland should choose their own future, and whether or not Scotland chooses independence is entirely up to the majority of people of Scotland. When it decides is right to make the preparations for an independence referendum, if Boris Johnson or whoever is Prime Minister at the time has any respect for Scottish democracy, they will come together with the Scottish Government, as happened in the run-up to 2014, and agree that transfer of power. And if they refuse to do that, then they will have to take the decision to legally challenge the ability of the Scottish Parliament to deliver on what the people of Scotland voted for. And the absurdity and outrageous nature of that, a Westminster government potentially going to court to overturn Scottish democracy. I can't think of a more powerful argument for Scottish independence than that.